Welcome back to it. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3. We are gearing up for some more sporting action. Now, when it comes to winning, you must understand the hard work and dedication it takes to making that dream a reality, especially in a sport like rugby. It's not about just running out in the field and scoring tries. No, sir. Now, today, we are going to be throwing it back a little bit on this beautiful Thursday as we shine a light on the past Rugby World Cup champions, brought to you by the proud sponsors of the 2023 Rugby World Cup, TOTALENERGIES, and our special guest, Mr. Lorenzo Durries. Meneer, it's good to have you.
Thank you, bye.
Love it, love it, love it. Listen, there's so much action.
Yeah.
If we take a look at the past, of course, the New Zealand All Blacks and the South African Springboks are the only two teams in history to win the Rugby World Cup 3 times. Now, New Zealand lifted the Webb Ellis Cup in 1987, 2011, and again in 2015, and South Africa victoriously took the win in 1995, which I think stands out for a lot of people. 2007 and again in 2019. My friend, what do you remember from those epic matches, especially I think from New Zealand's victorious win in 2007 and then South Africa's 1995?
Springboks 2007, New Zealand 2011. I know that sometimes we get it wrong.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It was one of those things. But I feel that 2007 was a year they didn't give us a chance. Jake White having been with the team, we've just gone through those years of Kampstaldraad and all of those things. We all remember those things that went down. It was not nice, and South African rugby wasn't in a good space. But then we had people like Percy Montgomery, Brian Abana. You know, Jake White brought Bobby Skinstad back, and we were like, why are you taking Bobby with, you know?
But he was Bob then.
Yeah, Bob, just Bob, and jumping with his tongue out. And we had an amazing tournament in France, and John Smith was not the best hooker, if I can put it like that, but he was an inspirational captain. And you can't put him and Sia in the same bracket, though, at the moment with what they bring to the team and bring to the nation. But what he brought in that team was that he brought them together. They knew what they were playing for. And that's the ethos of the Springbok team. It's playing for the person next to you. You're never just playing for yourself. And then we saw that with Jake White. A little bit controversial with all of his tactics and things. But then he also had Eddie Jones in the team. And I think that's his only ever medal that he's going to get. So, you know, jab there at him. But we had an amazing team. And again, Brian Abana, Percy Montgomery, they were at their prime. We also had Frans Steyn in the team, youngster with a magnificent boot. So that team just clicked at the right time, if I can put it like that. So that was the amazing thing about them.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I think when we're speaking about the 1995, the Springbok game, I think that is a standout, you know, moment, I think, for all South Africans. I mean, I remember it. I was still a youngster.
Yes.
But it's the one World Cup that really stands out, that's been cemented, because, I mean, I just remember there was so much going on in my family as well.
I can tell you.
Celebrations. I mean, what was happening in your circles in 95, my friend?
Young Lorenzo in Mitchell's Plain, right? And I've never seen so many people coming out of their homes and celebrating. I think it was one of those moments that opened my eyes and said that sports does this for people and to people, and it unifies a nation. The most iconic moment, seeing Nelson Mandela, Tata Nelson Mandela, coming out in that number 6 jersey. And he had a way of unifying people by not looking at the fact that you oppressed us, but we need to learn to live with each other. And I think that day opened a lot of people's eyes, like, wow, like how, you know? Because remember, a lot of controversy with that match itself. Was he going to come out? Because there were talks of, is he going to actually give the trophy off? What's going to happen? Because, you know, it was still a bit shaky.
Yeah, but everything just went down so flawlessly. It was a beautiful moment. And then Australia, of course, managed to lock down 2 Rugby World Cup titles as well in 91 and 99. They haven't had a successful run this year, though, in the Rugby World Cup. Do you think it has anything to do with the approach of the coach, Eddie Jones? Because we know that he's been under quite a bit of fire.
Yeah, no, it's been an approach from Rugby Australia as a whole. Rugby Australia has had a dip, whereas before, with 91, just before the professional era, rugby was one of, or if not, the national sport at a time. There's rugby league, there's rugby union. It comes to a point where the one has now overpowered the other, and it's kind of just, you know, gone a bit down. So before Eddie came, and I don't wholly want to put all of their woes on him, It is the system itself in Rugby Australia that's been kind of
hard to put it on a single person.
You can't. And as much as media would like to paint that picture and they're going to go after him.
Of course, they're going to go to someone.
You have to find a scapegoat. He is the scapegoat at the moment. It's just that he was brought in as the Messiah. It hasn't worked. Let's solely blame him. Let's keep everyone in administration, and we've seen that in South African sport as well. We need to change it from the top and not from the bottom.
Absolutely. Lorenzo, thanks, my man. We're going to get you, of course, back because there's lots of rugby action to still talk about. I mean, this World Cup is really heating up right now. We look forward to a little bit of Samoa and Japan tonight. So get ready, get ready. Of course, the game festivities with TOTALENERGIES, and head over to TOTALENERGIES service stations to top up on fuel, braai, charcoal, because we need that, fire lighters, snacks and drinks for the big games ahead. And you can also earn some club points that can be redeemed for cashback vouchers, helping you save on those future purchases.
Just like in rugby, it's uniting our energies that helps us move forward.